Hello everyone, my name's Bottletophornet and welcome back to another episode of Vault Hunters. We have had a stream today, and during that stream I did a little bit of terraforming. It was very much out of the blue. I wasn't necessarily planning on doing this or anything like that, but I decided it was time that I kind of brought this into the landscape a little bit more instead of it just floating out over the ocean. So, if we pop out here again, you can see that I have blended it in and terraformed it actually down to the ocean floor. Now, I haven't added sand or gravel or really detailed it that much at all, but overall it does feel much better to have it nestled into the landscape like this. I love the way that this corner here looks, how it's kind of built up around it, as though maybe it was carved out originally, but wind and dirt and maybe waves or something has just deposited a little bit of greenery up here over time. I like it. So it got me inspired to do a little work on the outside today. We've done a bit of work on the inside and there's still a lot more to go, but I feel like getting a nice exterior going is just going to make this look a little bit more complete, nestled into the landscape a little bit more. So I have done a little bit of AFKing over here, built myself up a decent supply of more weathered limestone, and I have enchanted myself a bunch of trowels to get to work. I think we're just going to make this episode a really big progress episode as far as building goes. We've done a lot of running vaults and working on mods and bits and pieces during the last few, so I think it's time that we just step back a little bit, have a bit of a fun, chill building episode. I'll get the outside of this looking a little bit fancier, and then we might start organizing some new rooms down in here. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to get straight into it, build up and randomize and do what I can to the outside of this. We might montage it up with a few clips and whatnot. Unfortunately, with Forge and with this modded variety of Minecraft, I can't use the replay mod, but I'll show you what I can, and from there, we should be able to have a bit of a look-see afterwards and then come back in, do some detailing, and then work on some rooms. This is going to be a good episode. We're going to really bring this up to a new level. I'm excited. I'll see you on the other side. And with that, I've gotten this place to a stage that I'm kind of happy with. Let's have a little bit of a look. Yeah. I have spent a lot of time working on this. I haven't really been sure. Let's see if I can pause this. Yeah. I haven't really been sure exactly what I wanted to do with this area, but I think it's starting to look all right. I'm definitely going to spend more time adding detail and bits and pieces to it as we go. We're going to change up this platform down here for sure. I might even start doing a little bit of that right now. And I think there's going to be something on top of here too. And if you're curious how I've done this, you hold F3 and then press escape to pause the game like that. But if we pop down here, we now have a little bit more detail going on. As I went through and started to add all of the texturing and things like that, I realized that we really needed some highlights, something to break it up a bit, because it was all blending together a little bit much. So that's why I added all of these dark oak timbers and whatnot. This is actually some of the framed stuff. This is a slope, and it turned out pretty cool. I like the look of it. But yeah, we've now got entrances into here up on the second layer, which I really like. I'm slowly starting to get it all sorted out. So you can come up here, come up through the middle. You can come up this side a little bit if you so desire, and through the middle here. But most of the time, we're going to be flying around. So I can just swoop back down into either the lower section, the mid section, or the top. So just, yeah, perfect. Nailed it. But that was a surprising amount of work. I almost got a little bit of builder's block halfway through and really had to spend some time just slowly working my way through, coming up with ideas, testing things out, trying bits and pieces. As you can see, there's little areas like this here, which I haven't decided what I want to do with yet, but I'm leaving it there. I'm not forcing anything to be done yet. I'm just kind of letting imagination flow a little bit. But I think it turned out really nice. I like that too. That looks really good. Now, let's just grab something simple here, which is one of those and one of those. We'll just grab 2 stacks. Oh, I'm used to hitting my head against the roof and flying out, but now I've got that there. And we're just going to quickly take away a little bit of this. Do the same on the other side. And fill that in. There we go. Now I have a little entryway down here because I've had to pop in and out this area quite a few times. But as you can see, we've now got quite a large spot under here, which is going to be useful for expanding little rooms out of the existing building that we've made. Just going to try and pick up a few of these things. There we go. And if I pop over into my free cam, we can see that it's now looking a little bit more blended in. I've added grass and whatnot to make that feel a bit better. I still want to add some more stone varieties over in these little spots and whatnot, but yeah, that's much better having that all done like that. So the last thing I want to do is just blend this in a little bit more by just adding some greenery and a few little pieces of this sticking in. And then I will make myself some of these, which are super overgrown, and we can just pop those in there and it kind of gives a nice transition between them. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. I'll do a little bit more and we might change up this single block floor, but for the time being, that's not too bad. Let's just do that so it doesn't feel super flat. Nice. Actually, while this is going to night, since we are safe due to that mega torch, let's also have a look at it in the nighttime. Yeah, I like that. I accidentally pressed F then instead of C, but that blends in a little bit nicer. I'll do some more work to make that properly blend in, but I like it a lot. Beautiful. And it really does light up in the nighttime. Now, obviously I haven't done this the entire way around. I haven't added detail because I'm not sure what I want to do out the back here yet. I think maybe some sort of gardens around here, we'll see, but it's going to require some terraforming. And I think one more layer or like a dome on the top with a bit of the dark oak look to it, I think would be really nice. But for now, I have launched myself forward into the pond there. I think that's pretty good. It feels nice to have some progress done on the build, so it's not just this super flat looking outside, as I didn't really want to leave it like that for a long time. So now it feels a little bit more complete. We've got landscape blending in, we've got a whole thing. Yeah, damn, that looks good. I like it. Nice. So there are still bits and pieces of this inside that aren't quite done yet. You can see I now have these boxes sitting out there, and I also have little sections like this up around the outside that haven't been detailed because I was hoping to do the outside first so that when it came to removing some of this stuff, I didn't just completely remove the build. And this way I now have something to build against on the inside, which is a little bit more convenient. So that means that I can do some work in here when I decide to start adding stuff up in these spots. But yeah, oh, I like it. It feels nice. Starting to get that mega base feel. And then I think we're going to do stuff like adding little walkways coming off this building. There's going to be maybe some versions of these windmills, some create looking stuff on the outside. Maybe we add some rotating cogs and stuff that are visible. We'll see. But like over in this area, we might have a little bridge going into some sort of farm that goes inside that big pillar, because this is one of the bigger, more thick pillars that we can make a big room in, and work on tying it all into the landscape a little bit more. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you like it. I hope you like the way that it turned out and the way that it's looking. I'm just going to go into free cam one last time. Yeah. Not too shabby. I'm sure there'll be things that over time I decide I want to change. Maybe add some damage and make it so that these edges aren't so perfect. We could do little things like add scars and some rubble and bits that look a little bit more broken up because it is in good nick. Even though I've overgrown it a little bit, the whole structure is almost a little bit too perfect. So we could do some work to scuff it up a bit, make it feel a little bit damaged, like it's been here for a really long time. But for now, I'm happy. So, with a lot of the outside worked on, you can see that I was growing some vines here to use on the outside. But with that done, I think I want to start creating a couple of rooms. So I just need to make some space. Just put those things away for the time being. There we go. I also only ended up with one of these trowels left because they're very easy to break. So somewhere over here, there we go. I have this mining gadget also. I'll put that back in. What have we got in the store today? Ooh. I don't know whether I can make it for that one or that one, but that's a really good thing to have. We're going to keep saving up. I do sometimes like to pull random unknown items, but I think I'm going to save up a decent supply in case something impressive or really impressive pops into the store. But with this gun, what I'm going to do is just make that 3x3, and that's underwater. Okay, interesting. I didn't realize I'd gone that low. Good to know. Let's grab these lights and actually put them out here, because I think I want to create some just decent sized rooms going in a few different directions so that I have places to work with my Eternals, with my gifter statues, which I've got a lot of built up here and I want to start working on. And so we're going to grab a handful of this weathered limestone. I'm going to take off voiding so that that doesn't void everything. That way works okay. So we can chop out that direction quite comfortably. And I'm going to be a little bit careful here. Yeah, that way works. And that way hits water. Cool. So give me a second. I think I'm going to put out some like 20 block deep, maybe 10 block wide rooms that then can become maintenance rooms or little functional side rooms that are going to allow us to have stuff like this and this, not just sitting there. So I'll be back once I've dealt with all the water and junk that comes with this being 2 blocks lower than the water level. I'll be back in a sec. Whoa. That was creepy right as I started recording. Now we have ourselves some rooms. So these are 20 blocks long by 9 blocks wide. Since I made these 3 blocks wide, we have an even space now. And I've managed to tuck them in where the water goes. It's all very, very close to each other. There's actually only 1 block in between that and what we have down here. But these are good functional size rooms, and as you can see on the mini map, in fact, There is a way to make that bigger, and I'm not sure how to do it. But as you can see, we have a decent amount of space down here now, which is nice. So what I think we're going to do is actually jump across. Oh, I've got a little bit of junk in my inventory. Just put away a few of these things. But we're going to jump across to our home. And it's time to bring these over. Now, we've got Libby. I haven't rolled my next Patreon supporter yet, but I will do that soon. But I'm going to grab these few things. Winter's Grave. Which one was the one that was done? Paul. Paul can go in here. But the rest, I'm going to grab these barrels. Or maybe not these ones specifically. But I'll grab this stuff and bring it across. And we can set up a room like this over in our actual base, or our main base now, so that we can continue to actually generate these resources a little bit. So do I have... I've got stuff everywhere, which is all going to have to move over there soon. And I think I'll turn this into a bit of a farmer's area for these guys, that I can trade with them. But for now, don't know if I have that many storage things. Interesting. I think it's time to craft up a few new containers. Yeah. Luckily, we have a decent supply of the resources that we will need for this, so just going to turn those directly into chests, and we're going to make up a bunch. Oh, we need a lot more of the iron. Let's do that. Oh, even more iron. There we go. And now I can start to upgrade these bit by bit, either using just gold or gold and glass. So, that's only for a silver chest, not an iron chest. Interesting. I'm going to need more gold. 64 of those. What does it cost? We need a little bit more diamond. Like so. And I kind of like the look of the obsidian, so maybe we'll go for an obsidian version. How much do I have? How much do I need? Probably don't have enough. We'll stick with the diamond for now. So, in here, now I can set these up. These have a really decent amount of storage anyway. As you can see, wait, is this only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I counted 20 from there. I see. But quite easily now, we can set that up. We'll put this one here as well. And I can do the same on this side. A little bit of an upgrade to the one that we had at our original base. And this is only going to be temporary. I'll eventually set up a much cleaner, much nicer looking area. But for now, it's just... it'll be good to get them out of the way and start production of blocks, start getting rid of all of this, and start working on some more Omega statues. Now, I don't even know what half of these have got in them, so it's going to be a little bit of a surprise as I go through and slowly drain them out. But, nice. That's a good start. And I think I'm going to start putting my Omega statues up in little areas up here. At least for the time being. In fact, how about we go like this? They're going to be buried in there, I can tell. Yep. How about I do this? Nice. That's a good start. And these are going to start providing us with a bunch of materials. Endstone is good. Cobblestone is good. Terracotta. More endstone. Just checked through all of them. And nothing fancy like ancient debris or bronze. Let's have a quick look at what we've got in here though. Midori, Myelite, Tinklestone, Granite, Black Ice. Ooh. A Vault Bronze in the large variety is nice. Oh. Okay. I'm going to get those started right away. In fact, they're not going to go in there. They're going to go over here just so that I know where they are. Like, they can go right in here so I can sleep next to my treasure like a dragon. That's going to be really good to give us a little boost in supplies, boost in amount of things that we can buy from this here. Stuff like the Star Essence is going to be super handy, infinite water buckets, all that jazz. In fact, we've probably got enough right now, and knowing that we're going to get a lot more from that, as well as this stuff here, to buy ourselves a bunch of that star essence, as well as a star core. Few things that I've let slip. I haven't really thought about them being there, so it's a good thing that we checked this. That star core is going to go well on the way to making ourselves our next mod. And what else do we have? Alright, nothing crazy. Do need a spot for this gold though. So, we can put that away there, and with that star core, we can make ourselves a knowledge star. Let's do that. Oh, I love that sound. And we're one on the way towards refined storage. Nice. So I think in the next episode, I am going to do another couple of runs and see if we can get ourselves closer to that next mod there. We need one more to get two more, which should be 3, which means we need to get that number up to 32. It's a little bit of a grind, but not too bad. Also, oh, I forgot about this. You know how I was struggling to get the vault nuggets? I had half a stack over here from when I was working on create stuff. Are you kidding me? Ah, well, we'll put that away. So now with these extra rooms, there's space for like making a nice little eternal chamber. Must be all the one. But yeah, an eternal chamber. Maybe we have like a nice storage room for bulk storage of items other than these kinds of things over here. I like the idea of these being things I want access to visually, but the stuff over in the back here can be connected to a refined storage system without being necessarily visible. So it's just a space that is available to set up a bunch of storage drawers, a bunch of chests and whatnot that all have access via our little computer that we'll get. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. I'm really happy. I'm really happy that we've got some more stuff going on. We've moved some things over now. We've got our mega statues in here for the time being. And we've got ourselves a really, really nice looking outside, at least in my opinion. Now, to prepare for next episode, I think the last thing that I want to do in this one, oh, we do have one crystal there, but I want to get a couple more ready to go. That is manageable. 6,000 is a lot at this stage, but thankfully I've got a lot already built up. It's just not quite close enough to get into there, but what if I do this? Did it do it? Yeah, it did it. Sort of. And not bad. We almost got the exact amount out of that I needed. Snowballs, a little rough. We'll have to go gather a few more of those. And it looks like we're heading back home to our original base to get some cakes. This is also where I've been storing all of the completed or sold out traders. So this is going to allow me to probably get at least my first Eternal, if not close to my second one, which is really exciting. So that is something that we'll work on maybe in the next episode as well. But now though, let's just purchase some cakes from these guys. Perfect. Thank you. Just 142 of those to go. So we'll head over to my usual area for grabbing snowballs, which is just right next to my original house. Easy peasy. Having Vein Miner makes that an absolute treat to collect. Eventually we can set ourselves up with an automatic system or a semi-automatic system, but for now, this will do. And with that, we got ourselves another crystal. I'm going to get one more going and see what that's like. Wow, that is a little bit rough, but it's okay. We at least know that we have enough of it in this storage drawer. And now with the mining gadget, it does become a lot easier to mine. Let's do our little trick, throwing that into the air like this. Just holding down Control and Q. And pretty much all of that went in. Beautiful. This is the convenience of having all of this stuff nice and accessible right next to it. We can make crystals as long as we have the resources very, very quickly. There we go. So with that, even though this episode might be a little bit shorter than usual, I have rambled on a lot, I know, but even still, I've done a lot of work in the first few minutes of the episode, so it's time for this one to finish up, I think. Oh yes, give us the Vault Bronze. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for this episode, and thank you to my Patreon supporters for your continued support. You guys are amazing. I appreciate it so much. As well as a couple of new Patreons. Thank you guys. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like for me. Let me know what you think of the exterior to this area, whether you like how it looks, whether you hate it. I hope you don't hate it, but let me know. And until the next episode, I hope you guys take care of yourselves. So, until then, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye, everyone. Whoop.